Your future life partner just made a decision about you. And what happens next changes everything. My beloved child, something has shifted in a way you could never have predicted. Your future life partner has just made a decision about you, and this is not the kind of decision that disappears when emotions change. For a long time, they have been standing between what feels comfortable and what their heart keeps pulling them toward. They tried to understand why the thought of you kept returning at unexpected moments, why imagining their future somehow kept leading back to the same person, and why every attempt to ignore that feeling only made it stronger. But now, something has changed. They are no longer asking themselves whether you matter. They are asking themselves what they must do next because you matter that much. Don't skip, because the decision itself is only the beginning. What happens after it is where everything starts changing. There was one quiet realization that finally pushed them beyond hesitation, and once it entered their mind, they could not look at you the same way again. They realized that some connections are not meant to remain unfinished forever. Some people enter your story and leave an impression so deep that even silence cannot erase it. And when your future life partner understood this, they made a private promise to themselves: they would stop allowing uncertainty to decide what happens between you. But there is something they still have not revealed, something connected to the future they have secretly imagined with you. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next revelation changes the meaning of this entire decision. Here is where everything becomes surprising. Their decision was not simply to think about you more, wait for the perfect moment, or continue watching everything from a distance. They decided that when the right opportunity appears, they will finally move differently. They want clarity. They want to know whether the connection they feel can become something real, steady, and meaningful. And what makes this so powerful is that this decision came after they imagined something they had avoided imagining before, a future where you were no longer available to them. That thought changed everything. Suddenly, all the little moments they had dismissed became important. Your presence. Your energy. The way certain memories returned without invitation. The strange feeling that there was still something unfinished between you. They began connecting pieces they had previously kept separate, and the picture they saw surprised even them. Don't skip, because there is another layer to this. The biggest realization was not that they could lose you. It was that they could spend years wondering what might have happened if they had simply been brave enough to choose what their heart already recognized. That possibility became impossible for them to ignore. So they made a once-in-a-lifetime decision: instead of waiting endlessly for life to arrange everything, they would become willing to meet the moment when it arrives. And now the energy surrounding this connection feels different because their intention is different. Something that once existed only as a possibility has become a direction. Something huge is waiting for you, because there is still one question they have been asking themselves quietly, and their answer to that question reveals exactly how seriously they are beginning to see you. And now comes the part that changes everything. The question inside their mind was simple: if this person became part of my future, would I be ready to build something real? For the first time, their answer was not uncertain. They pictured ordinary days, not just extraordinary moments. They imagined conversations when life becomes complicated, laughter when nobody else is around, peaceful mornings, shared plans, and the feeling of having someone beside them who understands what words sometimes cannot explain. And somewhere inside that vision, they saw you. That is why this decision feels so different. It was not created by one emotional moment, it came from recognizing what they genuinely want their future to feel like. Stay till the end of this journey, because this is only the first door opening. Your future life partner has made their decision internally, but the next stage is about what that decision begins changing externally. A conversation may feel different. A coincidence may suddenly carry more meaning. A person who seemed hesitant may become noticeably clearer. Don't skip what comes next, because the most surprising part has not been revealed yet. There is one specific thing they are preparing themselves to do when the opportunity appears, and it could completely change the direction of this connection. The decision has already been made. The hesitation is beginning to fade. And what happens next may be the moment when something that once felt distant suddenly starts feeling closer than you ever expected. Something has changed inside your future life partner, and this time, they cannot simply return to the way things were before. The decision they made about you has started affecting the way they imagine their next chapter. They are beginning to understand that waiting forever could mean missing something they may never find twice. And that realization has created a powerful shift. Don't skip, because what they are considering next is much bigger than simply expressing a feeling. They have started thinking about what it would actually mean to make room for you in their real life. Not only in their thoughts, not only in quiet moments, but in their plans, priorities, and future. This is where everything becomes surprising. There was a time when they could convince themselves to remain uncertain, but now every time they imagine moving forward without discovering what this connection could become, something feels incomplete. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Their decision is becoming stronger every time they remember one particular truth: you are not easily replaced in their mind. Other distractions may come and go, circumstances may change, but somehow their thoughts keep returning to you. And now they are finally asking themselves why. The answer they are beginning to discover is about to push this story into an entirely different direction. Then came a realization they were not expecting. Your future life partner started noticing that what draws them toward you is not one perfect moment or one impressive quality. It is the way they imagine feeling around you when everything becomes ordinary. They are thinking beyond excitement and beginning to picture stability, understanding, laughter, support, and the comfort of being completely themselves around someone. And somehow, you keep appearing in that picture. Don't skip, because this is where their decision becomes even more serious. They have begun preparing themselves for a moment when they can stop hiding behind hesitation and allow their actions to reveal what their heart has been trying to understand. They do not want another chapter filled with unanswered questions. They want clarity, and that desire is becoming stronger than their fear of uncertainty. Something huge is waiting for you, because they have even imagined the first real conversation that could change everything between you. In their mind, they are no longer wondering whether they should move closer. They are wondering how they can do it without ruining something that already feels meaningful. That difference matters. It means their thoughts have moved from maybe someday toward when the moment comes. And there is one more revelation they have not fully admitted even to themselves. Part of them believes meeting you may have changed what they expect from love altogether. But the biggest shift is still unfolding. Your future life partner has quietly decided that if life gives them a genuine opening with you, they do not want to waste it. They want to show up differently, more clearly, more consistently, and with enough courage to discover whether the future they keep imagining could actually become real. Stay till the end, because the next stage reveals what they may be willing to change in order to make that possible. Their decision about you is beginning to influence choices that once had nothing to do with relationships. They are thinking about where they want their life to go, what kind of person they want beside them, and what kind of partner they themselves need to become. That is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation hidden beneath everything. Choosing you in their heart also forced them to look at themselves differently. Don't skip, because what happens next could be even more surprising. There is one part of their future they once believed was completely settled, but after making this decision about you, they have started reconsidering it. Something huge is waiting for you. The story is no longer about whether you cross their mind. It is about how deeply the possibility of you has begun changing the future they thought they already understood, and the next choice they make could reveal just how far that change has gone. Now the story takes a turn your future life partner never expected, because after making that decision about you, they noticed something powerful. Their old picture of the future no longer feels complete without considering you. Plans they once believed were settled suddenly look different. Priorities they never questioned are being reconsidered. Even the kind of relationship they thought they wanted has changed, because this connection has shown them that something deeper may be possible. Don't skip, because the biggest revelation is still ahead. They have started asking themselves a question they avoided for a long time. What if this person is not simply passing through my life? That question stayed with them. And the more they thought about it, the more they realized that you have affected them differently. You made them think beyond temporary emotions and toward something lasting. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They are beginning to understand that their decision was not only about choosing a person, it was about choosing the kind of future they truly want. And once they recognized that, one particular idea entered their mind, an idea so meaningful that they have not been able to forget it. What happened next surprised even them. Instead of imagining one dramatic moment with you, they began imagining the smallest moments, conversations after long days, laughing over things nobody else would understand, supporting each other through changes, making simple plans together, and knowing there is someone who genuinely wants to stay. That was when their feelings became clearer. Don't skip, because this is exactly where their decision becomes something much bigger. They realized they do not want to approach you with temporary excitement and disappear when life becomes ordinary. If this connection receives its opportunity, they want to discover whether it can become something steady. Something genuine. Something built slowly enough to become strong. And there is a surprising reason they reached this conclusion. Somewhere inside them, they recognized that you represent something they had almost stopped expecting, the possibility of feeling understood without constantly having to prove themselves. Something huge is waiting for you, because this realization has started changing their behavior before they have even spoken about it. They are becoming more intentional about what they want, more careful about what they accept, and more aware that their next relationship decision could shape years of their life. They no longer want to choose simply because something is available. They want to choose something meaningful. And right now, you are connected to that thought more strongly than you realize, but there is one final detail that makes everything even more surprising. Your future life partner has started preparing emotionally for the possibility that when the right moment arrives, they may have to show you a side of themselves they rarely reveal. Not a perfect version. Not a carefully controlled version. The real one. Because they understand that if they truly want something meaningful with you, they cannot build it entirely through silence and assumptions. Stay till the end of this journey, because their next realization could change the entire direction of what happens between you. Don't skip, because they are getting closer to answering the question that has been quietly following them through all of this: what am I actually willing to do about these feelings? And their answer is becoming clearer. They are willing to stop allowing uncertainty to make every decision for them. They are willing to recognize an opportunity when it appears. Most importantly, they are beginning to believe that some connections deserve an honest chance before they become unanswered questions forever. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next shift is not happening only inside their heart anymore. It is moving toward action, and one unexpected choice could be the first visible sign that the decision they made about you is beginning to change everything. A completely different energy is beginning to surround this connection, because your future life partner has reached the point where thinking alone no longer feels enough. The decision they made about you is demanding something more from them: honesty, consistency, and the courage to stop pretending that you are simply another passing thought. Don't skip, because what they are preparing to do next could become the first real sign that everything has changed. They have been replaying certain moments in their mind, noticing details they once overlooked, and asking themselves why your presence has remained so powerful even through silence and uncertainty. And then came the realization that shook their old way of thinking: maybe they were never supposed to have every answer before taking the first genuine step. Maybe clarity comes after two people finally stop hiding behind assumptions. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your future life partner is beginning to understand that the opportunity they want may not arrive wrapped in some perfect, cinematic moment. It could begin with one simple conversation, one unexpected opening, or one small choice to be more present than before. And when that opportunity comes, they have decided they do not want hesitation to steal it from them again, but there is something even deeper happening beneath the surface. Your future life partner has started examining what they would need to change within themselves if they truly wanted to build something meaningful with you. That is where this story becomes surprising, because their decision about you is no longer only affecting how they see you, it is affecting how they see themselves. They are asking whether they are ready to communicate more clearly, become more emotionally available, protect something valuable through consistency, and stop allowing old habits to control new possibilities. Don't skip, because the answer they are discovering could change everything. They are beginning to realize that the right connection does not simply make you want another person, it makes you want to become more prepared for the future you could create together. Something huge is waiting for you. They have even begun imagining what it would feel like if one day they could finally tell you, without confusion or mixed signals, that choosing you was not an impulsive thought. It was a decision that became clearer every time they considered the life they genuinely wanted. And the most shocking part is that they once believed they had plenty of time to figure everything out. Now they understand that meaningful opportunities should not be treated as though they will wait forever. And then came the thought that changed the entire direction of their decision: what if the next chapter begins much sooner than expected? Your future life partner realized they cannot control every circumstance, but they can control how they respond when an opening appears. So they made another quiet promise to themselves. If the moment comes when they can finally show you what they truly mean, they will not deliberately hide behind distance. Stay till the end, because this is where the next revelation begins. Don't skip, because there is one particular possibility they have started considering that they never allowed themselves to consider before, making you part of a future decision that once belonged only to them. Something huge is waiting for you, because this means the story is moving beyond feelings and toward real-life choices. Their plans, their priorities, and even their definition of commitment are beginning to shift. They are no longer asking whether you could fit into the life they already designed. They are beginning to wonder what kind of life the two of you could design if this connection receives its genuine chance. And what they decide about that question next may become the biggest turning point yet. There is one thought your future life partner can no longer push away, and it has completely changed the meaning of their decision about you. They are no longer imagining you as someone who might simply fit into their existing future. They are beginning to imagine building certain parts of that future with you. That difference is enormous. Don't skip, because what they realized next surprised even them. For the first time, they pictured themselves making an important life choice and instinctively wondered, how would this affect us? That single thought revealed something they had not fully admitted before. Somewhere inside them, you have moved from being a possibility to becoming someone they genuinely consider when imagining tomorrow. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They are beginning to understand that real connection is not measured only by intense moments. Sometimes it is revealed by whose face appears in your mind when you picture ordinary years ahead. And somehow, you keep appearing there. The strange part is that they did not force this realization. It arrived naturally, quietly, almost unexpectedly. Now they cannot unsee it. They have started wondering what kind of home would feel peaceful, what kind of conversations would keep two people close, what kind of memories they would want to create, and who they would want beside them when life finally gives them the things they have worked toward. Again and again, their thoughts return to you. And there is still one question hidden beneath all of this that they have not answered yet. That question is becoming impossible to ignore. If they truly see potential with you, how long can they remain completely silent about it? Don't skip, because this is where the story begins moving towards something real. Your future life partner understands that feelings without action can remain nothing more than possibilities, and they do not want this connection to become another unanswered chapter. They are thinking carefully about how to approach things without rushing, forcing, or pretending to know exactly how you feel. They want something far more meaningful, an honest opportunity to discover what could exist between you. Something huge is waiting for you, because their next decision may look small from the outside while carrying enormous meaning underneath. Maybe it begins with more attention. Maybe a conversation becomes deeper. Maybe they finally say something they previously kept hidden. Whatever form the opportunity takes, their mindset will be different. They have decided they want their actions to become clearer than their hesitation. And here is the surprising revelation: they are not only hoping you will understand them. They are preparing themselves to understand you. Your dreams. Your boundaries. Your expectations. The things that make you feel valued. Because somewhere along this journey, they realize that choosing someone is not about possessing their attention, it is about learning whether two lives can genuinely move forward together. And just when they thought they understood the full weight of their decision, another realization appeared. Your future life partner imagined finally getting the opportunity they had been waiting for, and suddenly understood that the moment itself would not be the ending. It would be the beginning. Stay till the end, because this changes everything. They do not simply want one beautiful conversation or one unforgettable moment. They want to know what comes afterward. Can trust grow? Can consistency remain? Can two people choose each other even when the excitement settles into everyday life? Don't skip, because their answer to those questions is pushing them toward the strongest decision they have made yet. They want to give this connection a real chance if life opens that door. Not a fantasy. Not an assumption. A genuine chance to discover what is actually possible. Something huge is waiting for you, because there is one final barrier inside them that must fall before their decision can become visible, and that barrier has already started weakening. The fear of not knowing what happens next is slowly being replaced by something stronger, the desire to finally find out. And once that shift becomes complete, the person who once hesitated may become the person who surprises you most. Something unexpected is happening inside your future life partner right now. The final wall of hesitation is beginning to disappear. For so long, they believed staying quiet was easier because silence protected them from uncertainty. But after making this decision about you, silence has started feeling heavier than honesty. Don't skip, because this is where everything begins moving toward the revelation you have been waiting for. They recently imagined what would happen if they continued doing absolutely nothing, if weeks became months, circumstances changed, and the opportunity between you quietly passed. That thought affected them more deeply than expected. Suddenly, they understood that uncertainty has two sides. There is uncertainty in taking a genuine step towards someone, but there is also uncertainty in walking away without ever discovering what could have happened. And surprisingly, the second possibility bothered them far more. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your future life partner has now started thinking differently about timing. Instead of waiting for every detail to become perfect, they are beginning to recognize that meaningful connections sometimes require two people to simply become honest enough to discover what is real. That realization is powerful because it means their original decision about you is evolving. It started as a feeling they finally accepted. Now it is becoming an intention they may actually follow. Then another once-in-a-lifetime realization entered their mind, and this one changed everything. They understood that choosing you cannot mean creating a perfect imaginary version of you. It means being willing to know the real you, the dreams you carry, the things you value, the way you see your future, and whether your paths genuinely belong in the same direction. Don't skip, because this is the strongest shift yet. Your future life partner is no longer interested in simply wondering from a distance. They want truth. They want clarity. They want to understand whether this powerful possibility can become something both people consciously choose. And that is exactly why their next move may surprise you. It may not arrive as some enormous dramatic gesture. It could begin quietly, through a conversation that suddenly feels different from every conversation before it. A question may carry more meaning. Their attention may become more consistent. Something previously left unsaid may finally find its way into words. Something huge is waiting for you, because behind that seemingly simple moment will be the decision they have already made internally. If they receive a genuine opening, they will stop pretending this connection means nothing. They will allow themselves to discover where it could actually lead. But the greatest revelation has been waiting underneath everything else. Your future life partner has finally realized that the future they want is not defined by finding someone flawless, it is defined by finding someone with whom they can build something honest, peaceful, and lasting. And when they ask themselves who repeatedly comes to mind when they imagine that kind of connection, they could no longer ignore the answer. Stay.